What is going on, everybody? It is February 7th, Wednesday, February 7th. We are 4 days away from the Super Bowl, and of course, it is our Super Bowl episode. I'm so excited to just talk about nothing but the Super Bowl. As always, this is Bronco and the Pig, your weekly sports podcast. I am the Pig, Cooper, and then I'm here with the beautiful Delaney, the Bronco. Are you excited for the Super Bowl, Delaney?
I am really excited. I feel like this might be, I don't know, last year was a toss-up because of the Kelsey brothers, but I feel like this might be the first Super Bowl where I'm truly invested.
Good to hear. Any plans for the Super Bowl? Any parties, anything?
I do have a Super Bowl party, and it's going to be swarming with 49er fans.
Oh.
So it's going to be interesting. But I'm excited
that'll
to watch it.
could be either a lot of fun or a real bad day.
Yeah.
I love the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl is so much fun. I'm a huge football fan, but the Super Bowl is fun just because of the outside of the game aspect, the commercials, the celebrities, the big stage. Everybody and their mother watches the Super Bowl, and I just love it. I think it's fun to watch. It's fun to talk about, and it's so exciting. So we have a great Super Bowl episode where we will talk about nothing but the Super Bowl. No other sports are allowed on this episode. But as always, we'll start with our stories of the week. We have 3 of them. They are about the Super Bowl. The first, Mr. Patrick Mahomes Sr. earlier this week was arrested under DUI in Texas. He was released on Sunday on bail. I believe it was set at $5,000, but I don't know the exact number. Delaney, how are you feeling about this little hiccup in the Mahomes family?
I saw this going around, and I just feel really bad for Patrick Mahomes. That's just like such a big distraction, I think. And I saw that someone was saying if he's convicted, he gets sent up to 10 years in prison. Like, imagine like having the stress of the Super Bowl during practice and then going home and having to deal with that. I just hope it doesn't mess up his game.
No, I 100% agree, and I know Texas is very strict on their DUI laws, but it did say up to 10 years. He's not going to get 10 years. He's going to get maybe a year, if that. If he's convicted, that's a big if nowadays. I wouldn't worry too much about the legal aspect. I agree the off-field shenanigans is kind of a distraction. And I do feel bad for Patrick because that seems to be the only thing people care about is the off-field stuff instead of how great he's been all year, how great he is as a quarterback, and how he's going for his 3rd Super Bowl in 6 years. The dude's a monster. Like, sorry, but it's time to leave Dad in the back seat for a second and let him play. I personally think the Chiefs are going to win. Yeah, seriously.
It would keep him in the backseat.
Yeah. I personally think the Chiefs are going to win. I think they're the better, just more experience when it comes to Andy Reid, the coach, but it's a bummer. It's a real bummer for Patrick and the Mahomes family. So we'll see how that story develops and what goes from there. But anyways, that's our first headline. That was the first thing that I saw this past week, so I threw it in there really quick. But the big one that at least I've been seeing, and it's all over the place, is how expensive it is to attend the Super Bowl this year. It is blowing my mind, some of the money that is rolling in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
I saw the base suite, like the lowest suite, is going for a minimum of $1.25 million just for the basic suite. Now, it does come with 20 tickets. I'll give them that. You get 20 tickets to the game, and you get to sit in the suite. But $1.25 million for a suite is insane. I don't care who you are.
I would never spend that money. Like, the only thing I could think I would spend that money on is maybe a house. Anything other than that is not worth it.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be some celebrities there that have outrageous amount of money. Okay, like if you split it 20 ways, that's what 50 grand, 60 like about 60 grand
Hmm.
each, which for a high level celebrity or something isn't that much money, but
Yeah.
still 1.25 million dollars. It should come with its own freaking, you
Airplane.
should sign it's its own airplane, and you should sign a 12-month lease to live in that suite. Jesus Christ. That is fat. But also just the lowest ticket right now. I looked it up. I went on Ticketmaster, I went on StubHub, I went on all those sites. The lowest ticket I could find, and this is for the nosebleeds, the way
Hmm.
up there in that arena, is 5 grand. The lowest ticket, 5 grand, and I feel like that's pretty high than years in the past. Do you think it
Hmm.
has anything to do with one, it being in Vegas, and two, the teams that are playing? Do you think it has something to do with that?
Absolutely. I think, well, isn't I could be wrong. Isn't the Vegas arena like pretty new where the
It's
Raiders play?
brand. It's brand new. I think it's the second or third year that they've been using it.
I
So,
actually think like that has a pretty big part in it. And I saw someone say that this is the highest the tickets have been in history.
oh, I believe it. It's
Yeah.
up there. It's up there.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is one, that it's Vegas, and
Hmm.
so everything's just more expensive, more like glamorous kind of thing, because that's
Yeah,
just
that's a
how
good point.
Vegas seems to be. Uh,
Hmm.
I think the biggest thing this year is the non-football aspect that it's bringing. The audience that is going to be watching and paying attention and actually cares about the game is so, like, unusually high in the non-football fan
Yeah.
area.
I wonder how that will relate to the views. Because I hate to bring her up because we're going to be talking about her a lot, but Taylor Swift brings a whole new army to the Super Bowl. So I'm
You're right.
curious how
You're right.
like the views will reciprocate that.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm glad that you brought Taylor Swift up, because this is a sports podcast, and
Hmm.
it's directly about sports, and Taylor Swift's only connection to sports is Mr. Kelsey, the tight end for the Chiefs. But she is so big. She is probably the most
Hmm.
famous person in the world, that it's you just can't avoid talking about her. You just can't
Yeah.
you have to talk about her. You have to, show her on the broadcast. You have to, like, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I don't know any of her music. I don't It's not like I'm a supporter or anything, but it's obvious that
Hmm.
someone that big needs to be included in excuse my language, in this shit. The
Yeah.
Like, she needs to be a headline. Like, I'm
Hmm.
sorry. I As much as I am a sports fan, it's just the way it
I uh,
is.
I actually think it would be really weird if like social media or even like the sports announcers didn't mention it at all. I
Well, it
feel
would
like it
be
would almost
obvious
be
that
like a little like yeah, they're like trying to hide it.
yeah, it's like the elephant in the room, like, what's
Yeah.
Taylor doing kind of thing.
Hmm.
She's going to be in a suite. She's going to be in
Yeah.
one of those suites. I guess the question is, who's she going to be with? And
Hmm.
since we're on this topic, we could just move right into our little Taylor Swift topic. I got a question for you. Is the talk about her tour show in Tokyo the night before, is it too much? Is it too, like is it getting too much
Is it
attention? Like,
overboard?
yeah.
I have a crazy story for you, and I
Let's
hope
hear
this
it.
is the first time you're hearing it. I saw, okay, I wrote it down so I don't want to get it wrong. The Embassy of Japan in the United States sent out a statement clarifying and explaining why Taylor Swift will have enough time to get to the Super Bowl.
So,
And the thing that
really?
kind of bothered me is they were using like they would like use. I'm trying to think of one. They'll say like at the end. I remember it was like Taylor Swift will be wearing red, and red was in bold because that's like one of her album's name. Like they were trying to make Taylor Swift puns in this statement. I
Oh
just
my
thought
God.
that was ridiculous.
See, and that's, you know, we brought it up last week about Taylor Swift and football and how there's this competitive edge between Swift fans and football fans, and how everyone thinks Swift is ruining football and that she gets too much attention.
Mhm.
That's the part that I agree with right there, is the off the field stuff. The, is she gonna make it from Tokyo? What is she gonna wear? What, like, oh, is Travis gonna like play well because she's not there? Things like that are what bother me. I'm not bothered that she's at the game and that they show her on the
Mhm.
screen or anything. Like I said, she's probably the most famous person in the world. Show her on the screen,
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do to get views and ratings and all that stuff. I get it. But the over the top, like, travel plans and timelines, and that for me is too much. Would you say
I
you
agree.
agree?
I do.
Yeah.
And also, I don't understand why people are still talking about the Tokyo thing because I have seen it on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Everyone's
Hmm.
saying she's gonna make it. So why are we
Yes.
still talking about it?
Well,
Like I don't
why
understand why it's such a fuss.
yeah, why do we care? Why do we care if like, it's pretty obvious she's going to be there. Like,
Yeah.
I would put my life down on the line that she's at the game. Like, I would not like, I'm not going to debate that. So drop the whole, like, is she going to make it, you know, act.
Hmm.
I guess since we're into Taylor Swift, we can talk about my favorite part of the Super Bowl. And that's betting on stupid shit, okay? And I apologize for cussing, but the Super Bowl is the only time you can bet money, and sports books offer it to for just random stuff to happen. Just like bonkers things, mind-blowing things. Um so we'll run through our first segment of the bets, are Taylor
Hmm.
Swift bets. So you can bet on stuff about Taylor Swift. And all of these things that I'm going to mention, I've seen on a sports book. Okay. So it's not
Okay.
impossible. I've seen it on DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever, MGM, any of them. Someone is offering this bet. So the first one and the most common thing I see is, will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift? And yes is going for $10 to 1, and no is obviously the favorite. What do you think? Will Travis Kelce propose after the game?
Absolutely not. There's no
You don't
chance.
you don't think so?
Not at all. Zero. 0% chance.
Why
And I
not?
feel really passionate about that. That's ridiculous. I don't know how long they've been dating. Maybe, it can't be more than a year. He's not going to propose. She's, like you said, she's the biggest pop star in the world. He's not going to propose to her on a football field.
Why not? It's the biggest stage there is, even for musical
No,
artists.
no.
No? You don't think so?
I think it's cheesy and cliche. I don't
Those are
like it.
pretty good. Those are pretty good odds, 10 to 1. I mean, you make some serious cash if he does propose. All right. The next one is, will the Super Bowl MVP, will they mention Taylor Swift? And I take that back. I think there's only two people that would mention Taylor Swift in their MVP speech, and that is Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I think those are the only two. Nobody
Hmm.
else. Do you
I
think
agree.
even them will say something? Yes or no?
I said I only think it would be mentioned if it's Travis Kelsey.
Really? I think it's more likely that Patrick Mahomes says something than Travis
Mm,
Kelce,
really?
because Mahomes has
Hmm.
like a connection to her, but I think Travis is a little more annoyed by the, let's make a big deal about this. And he won't say anything.
I could just see him going down like saying his thank yous and going down his list, and he's like, "Oh, my girlfriend," or whatever he might say.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. All right. The next one is, will Taylor Swift wear an outfit by arch rival Christian Yuschev, whose husband plays for the 49ers? Will she wear
Mhm.
something by him? That's an actual bet that I saw. I swear to God.
I really want her to, but I don't think she's going to. I don't know. I like the idea that Taylor Swift is like a homegirl supporting a small business, but I don't think she's going to because her husband's on the 49ers.
Ah, okay. So you're going with no. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is oh, this is one that I actually think will happen. Will the broadcast, so CBS, will
Hmm.
CBS at any point during the game show Taylor Swift travel from Tokyo? Do you think at any point they'll be like, "Oh, this is where she was. This is like, give like a timeline or the travel plans or anything like
Um,
that?"
hmm.
I like yes. CBS needs some.
Yeah.
See, they need filler. They need filler. When there's like a quick timeout or like you
Hmm.
know, they're waiting for the players to run back on the field. They need something to talk about, a filler aspect. And I think I could see it happening. I don't know why. I see it
I
happening.
I actually agree, but I don't think they'll like show anything. I think
No,
they'll just be like, "Oh, Taylor Swift made it from Tokyo" or something like
see, I think it'll be like a little animated like cartoon kind of thing, like a plane going
that.
here and then going here and then going here and then back to the Super Bowl. That's what I think it's gonna be, like a quick little segment that they do just to kill,
That would be kind of
30,
funny.
30 seconds. I could see
Yeah,
it. That's just me. All
maybe.
right,
I'm on the fence
next.
about that one.
Okay, next one, and this is probably the most talked about and the most bet on is, what color
Hmm.
will she be wearing? And now you already mentioned it, that red
Hmm.
was mentioned by the Tokyo embassy or whatever. What color
Hmm.
will she be wearing? Red, white, yellow, black, purple, silver/gray, blue, or green. I think you can get rid of blue and green. I think
Yeah,
you can get rid of those two.
and purple.
And purple. I actually like the silver gray kind of thought. Just because of the odds, they have high odds, 18-1.
Hmm.
I, I don't know. I mean, red, obviously, red's the favorite. It makes sense because the Chiefs are red and all this stuff. But so are the 49ers. So the Niners are red.
Oh.
So I think that removes red. Yellow is not a bad guess, but yellow's, that's a
It's
tough fashion
difficult to
color.
wear.
Yeah, now if someone can pull it off, it'd be T Swizzle. But yellow's a tough one. Yellow's a toughie. Um, I think white makes sense, as does black.
Mhm.
But I might go silver to gray. Throw a measly little, $20 on silver to gray. 20 to win 240. Or no, 360 because it's 18-1. All right. All right. This one's stupid, but I gotta mention it because I saw it. Will Donna Kelsey, Travis Kelsey's mom, will
Mhm.
she hug Taylor Swift on the broadcast? That's a key. Obviously, it's a "how you doing, Taylor? Like, good to see you," but it's
Mhm.
got to be shown on the broadcast for it to count. Do you think it'll happen?
This isn't gonna happen now that I'm saying it out loud, but I hope I see Donna and Taylor Swift like hugging and jumping after the Chiefs win. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I don't think they'll do it after a Chiefs win.
you don't think
If
so?
Travis scores, maybe if he
Oh
scores a
yeah,
touchdown. Um,
but they have to. I want them hugging and jumping at the same time, and maybe
see,
like spinning
oh,
in a little circle.
like that. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I like the yes on this one because
Mhm.
if the Chiefs win, I think they hug. If Travis scores, I think they hug.
Mhm.
And I think if the Chiefs lose, you get a sympathy hug.
Oh. So basically it's a win-win. They're gonna hug.
The catch is, will CBS show it on the broadcast? That's the catch. I think it happens. I
Uh,
just don't know if it's going to be shown or not.
mm, I still think it'll be shown. I feel like
So you like
Kim's
yes.
gonna, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like that's a golden moment they're gonna want to show on
All
TV.
right. And then the final Taylor Swift bet that we'll bring up, and it's the most common one that I saw, is how many times will she be shown on the broadcast? Over under 4.5. So you need 5 times to hit it. I actually like, so I think more money is going to be put on the over. People think she's going to be shown that much, but I
Hmm.
actually like the under. I don't think it'll be shown as much as people think they will.
Yeah, I would also choose the under just because also there's so many other celebrities there.
Yeah.
They have a lot of people to choose from.
She was shown a lot more during the playoff games, so like the game against the Bills, the game against the Ravens. But like you
Hmm.
said, the Super Bowl is a different monster. It's a different.
Yeah.
There's way more going on in the Super Bowl. Plus, the Super Bowl's got a lot more commercials to show than
Mm.
the other games. So I don't know how much people are going to be shown, how much downtime there's going to be with when it comes to like showing celebrities. And obviously, Swizzle is going to be. She's going to be shown a couple times. You know that. It's guaranteed.
Hmm.
I think the biggest factor with this bet is how many times does Travis Kelsey score? If Travis Kelsey
That's a good point.
if he scores 3 touchdowns, it's gonna go way over because every time he scores, they're gonna show her.
They're gonna, or
So
at least the suite, like him and his family is in.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that that's a tough one. But I would still go with the under. I think it's gonna be
I
less.
I like the under as well. All right, we'll go. We'll move into the next betting group, the pregame bets. So before the
Hmm.
game even starts, and there's really only 2 things you can bet on here. It's the coin toss and the national anthem. These 2 things, which, by the way, is freaking awesome that you can bet on these things. Coin toss, heads or tails? What you got?
I said heads. Only
Oh,
because what? Did you
tails
say
never
tails?
never fails. Tails never fails.
I'm gonna say I remember I could be making this up, I can't remember. But I feel like someone told me one time that the head side of a quarter or something is slightly heavier than the tail. So I
Okay,
always go heads.
okay, but they don't use a quarter.
What do they use?
It's like a special coin that they have.
Still going heads. I
Oh my
always go
god.
heads.
Tails never fails. Okay, who wins the coin toss? Chiefs or Niners?
Ooh.
I
I'm gonna
think
say
the Chiefs get to call it.
call it.
I think they call it in the air.
Mm, I think the 49ers are gonna win the toss.
Yeah, it could be Chiefs call it and they get it right or wrong, or the Niners call it and they get it right or wrong. So it doesn't really, like, you're just
Yeah.
guessing. It's 50-50 shot.
I was just
All right,
guessing the Niners off the top of my head.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I like the heads or tails aspect. I don't like who's going to win the toss or anything.
Yeah.
All right, national anthem. Reba McEntire is our national anthem singer. Does she forget a word? I saw that one a
I don't
couple times.
No, there's no way.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know people
I
forget the
don't
word.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember anyone ever forgetting the words.
Neither do I. But this is a common one. I saw this on quite a few sports books. Does she could forget? I guess you could forget one word. I don't. I
Mm.
don't know. I don't know. Is that like? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. No, I don't think that's very likely.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. No, no is the favorite on this one, but I think this is everyone's favorite bet to bet is the over under how long the national anthem is, and the line I've been seeing is 90.5 seconds, which is pretty fast. It's pretty quick
Hmm.
because Chris Stapleton's, I looked this up. Chris Stapleton is the guy who sang it last year. His was 122 and a half seconds over or under. That's 32. That's 32 seconds difference.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pounding the over. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I'm pounding it.
I agree. I went with the over. I feel
I'm putting the
that's a
dog
pretty
down
long
on
song.
I'm putting the dog down on over 90 and a half seconds. Are you kidding me? Let's go, Reba. Take your time. All right. Halftime show bets. We got a few.
Okay.
This is your area, and I'm gonna go based off of what you say because I don't know Usher very well. How many songs will he perform? Over or under 8.5?
I said under. Because
Under,
I did some
really?
research. Yeah, I did some research. I actually don't know as many Usher songs as I thought. So I think I only
know like a couple, maybe 4, maybe 5.
Exactly. I actually thought I knew more, but so I'm going with under for that one.
So this isn't a dig on Usher,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's as big as some of the artists in the past.
Mm-mm. I think he once was, but not anymore.
He had some bangers, but other than that, he didn't. It's not like he doesn't have the longevity, that some of these other people have. I don't know.
And I feel like, does he even make music anymore?
I don't know. I like the under, like you said. I still like the under. One of the ones that I really liked is who's going to be a guest performer, and this really made me think. The favorite is Alicia Keys. Is she in one of his songs?
I don't even know. I said Justin Bieber. I thought that was.
I like Biebs. I like Biebs too. And Biebs had some good odds at 6-1.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking Justin Bieber is going to be out there.
Okay, and I think I got to take a dart and throw it. 50-1 on T Swizzle performing.
No, there's no way. I'm sorry, not at all.
50-1. She's gonna be there.
She's not gonna perform.
Throw $10 on T Swizzle to perform. She only got to perform one song and it counts. I don't know. I liked Biebs. I liked will.i.am because will.i.am does that one song with him. I liked Swizzle just because of the odds. Ludacris, I could see Ludacris doing it because Ludacris
that would be pretty good.
Yeah, Ludacris has a couple songs with him, and they're similar. I don't know. I'm excited for this.
J Biebs walks out there.
Oh, Biebs. Some of the early
crowd
stuff
would go wild.
Oh, they would lose. Swift would be put in the back seat. Biebs would have taken over. All right. There's one more. I got one more Usher bet. Is what will be the first song? I think it's got to be DJ Guzz Falling in Love.
No, I completely disagree. I said yeah.
Oh, that's a favorite.
Yeah.
You gotta
build. You gotta build. DJ Falling in Love is like a middle of the set list.
You know what it could be? Is oh my God. That one,
I can see that, and I can see him like popping up from the bottom of the stage.
Yeah, from like he comes out of the stage.
Gets launched. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's got pretty good odds. OMG. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, who cares? Who really cares? But we'll go with the post game bets. Gatorade bath. What color?
I said yellow.
It's got to be red. It has to be red.
Then their tongues will be red. They don't want that in the interview.
Both teams are red.
Okay, but when you don't want players won't want their mouths all red.
Okay, so I did some research. On all the last colored baths in the past. There's quite a bit that there's no bath. That they don't dump Gatorade on.
Oh.
I was shocked.
Is that an option?
It is an option, and it's one of the higher options, like
Hmm.
better odds. I don't know if they're gonna dump him, because you also have to think there's quite a bit of like if the game is on the line, like a game winning field goal or something. They're not gonna dump Gatorade on them if they know that
Yeah.
if they lose.
Who is the
I
49ers coach?
Mike Kyle Shanahan.
I have to look him up because I
Yeah.
can't imagine. I can't imagine them pouring Gatorade on Andy Reeves. He's an old guy.
He is an old man, but they did pour it on him when they won it. No, not last year, the year before.
The
Oh no,
year
last year.
before.
Last year.
No, yeah. Okay.
Um
I'm looking at a photo of the coach. If the 49ers win, he's getting Gatorade bath.
oh, he will, because the
Yeah.
Niners have a couple personalities that'll do it too. George Kittle
Mm.
will definitely do it. Even like Fred and Warner and stuff. Um I I like red, but I also might throw on no bath at all, just because I was shocked by that it actually happens. The big one that people bet on is who wins the MVP award. Obviously, Mahomes and Kelsey, Brock Purdy, and Christian McCaffrey's are the favorite. Do you have any long shots that it could be? I'm testing your knowledge.
I wrote Travis Kelsey because that was the only person I knew. I didn't
Oh,
even
you
know
didn't
the
see him.
other. I know Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. I didn't even know the other two you named.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is the running back for the 49ers.
Oh,
He's probably going to finish second in the season MVP behind Lamar. Brock Purdy is the quarterback for the 49ers, so he's obviously an option. I like Kelsey. I I don't know. The Chiefs are weird because their defense isn't very their defense doesn't have like all these superstars like the 49ers does. If the Niners win it, it could be anybody. So the MVP is always the winning team. So if the Niners win the
yeah.
Super Bowl, it could be six guys. It could be Purdy, it could be McCaffrey, it could be Kittle, it could be Debo Samuel, it could be Ayuk, Fred Warner. The list goes on and on and on. It could be a whole ton of guys. If it's the Chiefs, I think it's one of three players. It's Kelsey, Mahomes, or Pacheco. Those are the only three guys really that it could be. Yeah, that's really it. So I guess you got to base your bet on who you think it'll be. The other one that kind of goes hand in hand with this is, who does the MVP thank first in their speech? Who's their first thank you? For me, they all say God. I think they all thank God first, our
That's
Lord and
actually a good
Savior.
point.
Um, or their family or the fans. I could see the fans being like, "Oh, we wouldn't be here without you guys," like that kind of thing. Um,
I see. I think they're teammates, the players.
really, you
I
think that
think
they're
it's God
first?
first, then the player. No,
Ah,
God, then the players.
you know what I could see? I could see them saying God and then saying, and I like to shout out the 49ers for an amazing game, or like how great of a
Mm.
team they are. It could be the Niners, but I think we're in agreement.
It's
God
God.
always seems to be first when it comes to that kind of stuff. But that's really the only kind of things that I have the post game bets. Some of my favorite game bets, like during the game bets, is will a player get ejected? Do you think a player will be ejected? No,
No, not in the Super Bowl.
it's a long shot. It's possible, but it's a long shot. Will a field goal or extra point? Will it hit? Will it? They call it doink. Will it doink off the post? Will we get a doinker?
I didn't think so. I
I
don't
think it's
know.
higher possibility than a person being ejected,
I
but
agree.
it's still a long shot. Will the first play be a pass or a run?
I said, I think a pass.
Really? I
I
think
feel
it'll be
like,
a run. I think it's the opposite.
I don't know,
Um,
like kick it off and make it exciting.
let's see. How many measurements will there be? Over under one and a
Okay,
half.
I said over because I think the refs are going to be taking it really seriously.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
they
want to
take it
make
very
sure it's
seriously.
right.
Yeah,
So I said over.
yeah. 1.5. Oh, that's only two. You only need two.
Yeah.
That's not very much.
Do the refs get like a limit that they're allowed to measure?
No, anytime it's close, they measure it.
Yeah. Okay,
They just
then
want
I'm
to be.
going over.
They want to be right.
Hmm.
Okay, and the last one was, oh, will the opening kickoff, will it be a touchback or no? Um,
Uh, I don't know what
if
this means.
it was, you don't know what that means.
No.
So when on the opening kickoff, when they kick it for the very first play, they kick it off.
Hmm. Yeah.
Will it be a touchback? Like, will the player catch it and take a knee in the end zone, or will he try and run it back? That's
Oh,
basically what it's
I think
asking.
that I think they'll run. Why would they want to
Uh,
stay back there?
because if they stay back there and they take a knee, it automatically goes to the 25-yard line automatically. But if they run
Mm.
it, they could be shorter than the 25 or even further than the 25 based on how far they run it back.
I think
Mm,
they're gonna
I'm
run.
gonna I'm gonna say 99% of the time it's a touchback, but
I'm
you
still
think they're
going
gonna run?
running.
No,
Yeah,
you're still gonna go run. So
it makes it
all
more
right, and
interesting.
that's true. All right, and then we have some props that I saw. I think this is wild that you can bet on this. Uh, that are not even about the game. It's about the stadium. Over or under beer sales. I saw this 120,000 beers sold.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of beers.
I
The
still
thing
think it'll
that
be over.
you still think it'll be over. The thing that
Yes.
scares me is that the over under hot dog sales is only 17,000. So you're telling me they think there's going to be 120,000 beers sold and only 17,000 hot dogs? Oh my
Well, here's the
god.
thing. With the hot dogs, there's so many different food options and maybe some that are a little better. So I think over beer sales, under hot dog sales.
You're going with the under? I was going to
Yes.
go opposite. I think under beers
Oh.
over hot dogs. Well, actually 120,000 beers doesn't sound like that much anymore. Like if everybody bought two. Now, obviously everyone's not going to buy beer, but all you
But
need is
then you
like
have
one
the
guy. Yeah, one guy to buy four or
exactly.
one guy to buy five to
Hmm.
make up 120,000 actually doesn't seem that much. But 17,000 hot dogs doesn't seem like a lot either.
I just
That
think there's
means
so many
uh,
options.
every 1 in 4 people have to get a hot dog. Some people are going
Yep.
to get multiple.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. That one's hard. But I do like this bet though. I think it's kind of funny.
So what's your final going? I'm going over on both.
I think yeah, definitely over on beers. I'll go over on hot dogs too. I think
Okay.
so.
All right. And then two more. I got two more bets for you. What's the first commercial shown during the game? So the game has to start. What's the first commercial shown?
I think this is a long shot, but I have to give them a shout out because I think they had the funniest commercial I've ever seen. I said Kmart. Do you know what
Kmart.
commercial
Wow.
I'm talking about?
That's no, which one?
That's the one where it's like the dad and sons, and they're like, "I just shit my pants," or like,
Oh, yeah,
"Did
yeah,
you
yeah.
shit your pants?" Yeah, that's
That's
Kmart.
Kmart?
So I hope,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. So I hope
I
it's them.
I think I I might put money on just Burger King just because of the jingle. Whopper, Whopper, no Whopper, something like that. I don't know. It's they show it like every day. The favorite is Budweiser / Bud Light. I think that's pretty. I could see it happening as the
Basic.
first one.
Hmm.
Yeah, or Coors Light or maybe FanDuel. Honestly, it is Vegas, so it could be like MGM, like the sports book
Oh,
MGM or Caesar's
that's a
Palace.
good point.
So those are a couple, and then the Notorious Drake, the R&B artist. I don't know if he's going to be at the game, but it's commonly known that he is a curse, and he whatever jersey he's wearing, the other team wins. So you could bet on what team Drake will be wearing.
I've
I
never heard of that curse.
really, you didn't know that? It's
No.
an actual thing. It's an actual thing. Whatever team Drake is wearing or he's betting on, they end up losing. It's a real curse. They call it the Drake curse.
Um, then I hope Drake is wearing the 49ers.
Oh, you want the Chiefs. All right, well that'll bring us into the final part of our episode, and we're just gonna run through really quick. It's obviously our predictions. What do you think's gonna happen? Who you got to win, and what's the score?
I said Chiefs beat the 49ers 27-24.
27-24. I have the
Mm.
Chiefs beating the 49ers as well. Um, I actually think it's going to be quite low scoring. I have it 21-20, so very close. I think the Niners have a chance to win, and they turn it over or something in the final drive. So I had the Chiefs winning 21-20. Who do you have winning MVP? You had the Chiefs win, so who do you got as your MVP?
I think Travis Kelce.
I think it'll be Mahomes, mainly because of him being the quarterback. He's the best player on the field. I think Travis Kelce is the obvious choice. It's probably going to be the most common choice, but I think it will be Mahomes. All right, and who scores the first touchdown? I actually think it'll be Christian McCaffrey with the 49ers. I think the Niners come out and score first. Who do you think scores the first touchdown? Wait, can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Is he actively dating Taylor Swift? Yeah,
That's the only
Travis
player
Kelce.
I know.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, like I said at the beginning, it is February 7th. We are 4 days away from Super Bowl. This has been our Super Bowl episode, and I hope everyone bets an outrageous amount of money on some of these stupid things that we talked about. As always, this is the Bronco and the Pig. I am the Pig. Delaney the Bronco. It's been a pleasure. Well, we both have Chiefs. Let's go Chiefs. Okay. And hopefully the Super Bowl is a good one and it's close. That is all. Peace.